Hey guys, what's up? CJK here, and today I'm going to be doing the first installment of my new Slayer Guide series. And today we'll be looking at steel dragons. There are many locations to kill steel dragons, like Brimhaven Dungeon and Curadel's Dungeon. But today I'll be showing you my favourite location, which is the Fortress of Grok. The Fortress of Grok is located here. It is one of the most northern parts of the wilderness, but the way you get there and the way where it is not located in the wilderness, so you will not be risking any items at all. Now for how you get there. You get there by using the fairy ring code DKS, and I usually get there from Edgeville, so I'll see you when I'm there. Here we go, DKS, the Snowy Hunter area, and it's just close to Relica. You're going to have to follow the path down here, then go north all the way up through this hunter area until you find the boy and the canoe from the quest Tale of Musapa, if you could remember, one of the Ritual of the Marjarat ones. It's a pretty low level quest, so I'd advise doing it. Here we are, the canoe, and it's going to take us straight up in the wilderness, but you will not lose any items because you're not actually in the wilderness, it just shows you are. Run east all the way up here and now we're at the fortress, and there, full of steel dragons. Now for the gear setup. This is the gear I usually take to me when I'm doing steel dragons. Steel dragons are weak to a stab attack, so a chaotic rapier is the best stab weapon in the game. Second best stab weapon in the game is a brackish blade, and if you don't have either of those two, you can use a whip. You want some good offensive and attack bonuses, because you'll be praying the whole task. So I've got Bandos, Dragon Boots, Regen Bracelet, Obsidian Cape because I don't have a Fire Cape because I've lost it, Berserker Helm, or in turn you use your Slayer Helm, and I have my Vampirism Aura. I highly advise using this aura on this task, it's extremely helpful with the health. Also, I usually take a Bunyip with me just to be extra safe, but you can take your War Tortoise or your Pack Yak to bank the bones for profit. Every task I get, which is around 40 to 60 steel dragons, I can usually make on average about 200k profit from that task, which is also really good, not including the drop of a Visage. That is why I use a Ring of Wealth instead of using my Berserker Ring, because I hit about the same, and a Ring of Wealth, I prefer to have a Ring of Wealth because I get more drops and I've got that chance of getting that Visage, which is worth about 5 mil. Now you got to have your anti-dragon shield or your DFS, or you can wear your Dragon Defender and have a super anti-fire potion. Not forgetting having a special weapon with you. I use the Karasi sword because when I'm turmoiling and put it up, I like to just see the big hits, and it's a one-handed weapon. You could use other ones such as a Vesta Longsword, but I don't know why you would use one of them, or a DDS. I wouldn't advise bringing an AGS or Dragon Claws unless you're super anti-firing up, because you'll take your anti-dragon shield off and it will hit over 500s, and they can hit up to 700 with one of their fire breaths, so you could easily get KO'd, and I wouldn't advise it. Alternatively, you could get your mage gear out if you've got a high mage. I'd advise Arims and above. Definitely if you've got Virtus, then you should do that. Have a Polypore staff on and you will absolutely tear them, because they are weak to magic and stab attacks. But in this guide I'm only doing melee. If you would like a magic guide, I will be able to do that as soon as I repurchase my Versus. Please leave it in the comments if you want me to. Here is my inventory setup that I usually take. Super attacks, super strength, to get through those tasks quicker. I will be turmoling and praying against melee the whole time, and berserkered up, so it will get the stats, keep my stats from dropping as fast, which is extremely helpful when you're on a task. Also a Slayer gem or a ring of slaying to know how many more you've got left to kill. Your anti-fire potion or your super anti-fire potion. The rest, your special attack weapon and your prayer potions and a few sharks just in case for healing. But I do recommend bringing a bunyip to help. Now for killing them. Okay, once you arrive you want to pot up first. Take a dose of your anti-fire potions. Put turmoil, berserker and deflect from melee on. And then you can squeeze through. My usual place is over here. Follow me around here. Because you've got a good view of 4 here, so you start attacking them. If you're far away they will attack with mage, so stand next to them and protect from melee at all times. Oh, fail. Notable drops from steel dragons are they drop charms 3 at a time, so I definitely pick them up, as well as picking up their blood runes, which come in batches of 20, which are about 4k at a time, and you can get well over sort of 30k's worth in a trip, which is good. Also they drop a lot of runite limbs, as you can see there, and blue charms, so I'll pick them up in a sec. They're worth about 10k each. You can get about 8 of those in one trip. A very common drop. As long as the dragon plate skirts and the dragon legs, they also drop. And of course the visage, so I might advise you picking up all of those loots. And if you've got room or you've brought a war tortoise or a pack yak, then I'd advise banking the bones for profit. Thanks guys, this has been my guide on steel dragons. If you'd like to rate, subscribe, comment, thanks a lot.